Hey, have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. So from me and my family, Hagee family, and never give up, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I miss my mom. I miss my best buddy Daniel Webster Doe, my hero Kevin. I miss people that are gone. Christmas is a time to remember loved ones. Let's not forget the people we've lost. Speaking of that, hey, my buddy Jeremy passed away this year too. Little guy was awesome. I remember the first time I met Jeremy. He was about 13 years old. His mom said, "Hey, can you talk to Jeremy? He's struggling. He has osteogenesis imperfecta." He made me memorize that. Yeah, it's brittle bone disease. If he moves just right, he could break a bone. Well, Jeremy, I remember he was sitting in his chair way down low because just a little guy. His head was bigger than his body. And so his mama picked him up out of his chair and put him up on my desk. My desk is rather high, size of the counter. She sat him there and we began to talk. He told me about kids making fun of him, things were going wrong in school. He was struggling with his identity and didn't fit in. And I said, I can understand that. I've been through that too. But I've never been through it in like school. I was out of school and my accident happened. So we talked for weeks. His attitude changed. So did mine. I was so impressed by his attitude that he encouraged me. Sometimes that happens. Well, Jeremy, he was so intelligent and knew so much about kids with disabilities, had such a heart. I invited him to be on my board, the board to build Camp Attitude. He loved the dream. He loved the idea of a swing that he could get his wheelchair on and swing for the first time. Well, we're sitting up there at Camp Attitude watching a bunch of teenagers go to work, right? These kids were complaining. Their hands were sore. When are we going to get a break? We're cleaning up some debris and grass, and getting it ready for a concert. And Jeremy, he looked at me and said, "Hey, Ron, do you think I could get a job?" I said, "Well, what do you think you can do?" I had my doubts. He said, "Well, I've been watching them out there. They're picking up them little rocks and stones and stuff. And I was thinking I could do that with my toes. See, I'll just lower my wheelchair down towards the ground." He had this cool power wheelchair that would take him right down to the ground. He put his feet down there and he could grab things with his toes. I said, "That's a great idea." He said, "If you give me a bucket, I'll hang it on the side of my wheelchair and I'll go out there and I'll pick up stones with my feet." So he went out there. But before he left, he turns and goes, "Hey, Ron, if it's a job, do I get paid?" I said, "Sure, Jeremy. How much you worth?" He says, "Probably $8 an hour, but I'll take 5. I said, "You got a deal." He's out there and he's picking up this little things with his little toes, clinging in the bucket, and kids are watching him, and they quit moaning. Nobody was complaining. They saw Jeremy trying so hard to work from his little wheelchair. I felt happy, kind of proud. And you know something? I left, heard a noise, turned around, and there was Jeremy on the ground. He had leaned forward and his head's heavier than his body, so it forced him out of his chair. He crashed to the hard ground and broke his tooth, bloodied his lip. I felt terrible as I rolled my chair over there and somebody turned him over and his mom came running over. Everybody's freaking out. And I looked at his mom and I looked at Jeremy. I said, "I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. I didn't even think about it." He says to me, "Ron," through his bloody lip, "you're the only one that believed in me. You're the only one that ever gave me a job." He said, "Do I still get paid? Because I want to buy my mom a Christmas present." I said, "Absolutely, Jeremy." Jeremy was awesome, year after year. Well, this last year, he fell out of his chair. Same thing, leaned forward, his head. He's in his 20s. He hit the ground and caused a brain swelling, and he passed away. And you know something? Jeremy's left a legacy behind. Jeremy's left a memory in my heart. And that's what we do at Christmas time. We reflect. We remember. We get past the hustle and bustle, and we just be grateful and thankful for people, because it's about people. It's about Jesus Christ. It's about birth. It's about the life that we have. Let's live it to the fullest. and have yourself a Merry Christmas. And be grateful for people like Jeremy who change your life forever. Merry Christmas from Ron Hagee.